Hello and welcome to Japanese Craft Beer Reviews. Today we're going to begin a short series of a few beers from the Kyoto Brewing Company, which is located in Kyoto, Japan, the ancient capital. And Kyoto Brewing was founded in 2015 by three foreign residents of Japan. It was an American man and a Canadian man and a Welshman, and they met earlier when they had been brought over to work on the jet program, and they met in Aomori and kept in touch with each other and went their separate ways. The American came to Kyoto and worked at a university in Kyoto. But he also was a home brewer and worked on his home brewing, and I and a few other friends met him then at that point, before he was a professional brewer. But he studied in the U.S. and he also did an internship at Lost Abbey in California, and then came back to Japan and worked for a spell at Shiga Kogen Brewing in Nagano, Japan, one of the top breweries in Japan. They were named the best new brewery in Japan in 2015, the year that they started, and in 2019 they were chosen as the best brewery in Japan by RateBeer Best Selection. They're in Kyoto, Japan, just south of in the southern part of the city, kind of an industrial, not industrial, but an area with a lot of, I guess you'd call it light industry. And they have a tap room, and they're open on weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday now, currently, because of coronavirus, only for takeout. They have three flagship beers, or main beers that they make, but they always have a lot more on tap and available on their website as well. They have a seasonal line, and that's what we're going to look at first, is one from the seasonal line called the Kimagure line. And one comes out every 3 months, every season. And they have a number of other series that they make, including their Freedom series, which is basically the beers that they want to make themselves. And so you can check that out on their website. They have a very user-friendly website in English and in Japanese. On RateBeer, there were, last time I checked, there were 195 different beers listed from Kyoto Brewing, and on Untapped there were 153, and the average score on Untapped was 3.72, so pretty high overall. And I do have a profile of Kyoto Brewing. You can check that out, kind of a sort of a long form, or you could say long-winded, kind of year by year sort of look at the kinds of beers that they were making and how Kyoto Brewing has been changing over the last 5 years. And you can check that out as well, a profile of Kyoto Brewing. Okay, so let's get going, and we're going to look at a few beers from them, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, the first beer we're going to look at from Kyoto Brewing is a very new one. It's called Natsu no Kimagure. This is their summer Kimagure beer, and they translate this as summer on a whim, each season on a whim. And the Kimagure line is generally some kind of an IPA, session IPA, something like that, pale ale. And this one is a session IPA. It's only 4.5% and 19 international bittering units, so should be quite light. On RateBeer, there are only 2 ratings for this one, but they're high at 3.85 out of 5 average. Untapped, 69 separate ratings at 3.75 out of 5, so pretty high there. So this is a session IPA, and the malt bill is Golden Promise, Vienna, wheat, and flaked oats. The bittering hop is just one, Polaris, and the flavor and aroma hops, quite a few, Mosaic, Taurus, which I'm not familiar with, Citra, and Mosaic Cryo and Citra Cryo. And cryo is the process by which they try to extract more of the bittering bittering oils out of a batch of hops by a cold process. The yeast is an American ale yeast, and so I'm expecting this should be a pretty straightforward beer, a nice light summer beer, but we'll see. It is summer now. We're in June and it's getting quite hot, around 32 degrees Celsius, or maybe upper 80s in Fahrenheit. Okay, so this is pretty clear, very pale straw color, just a little bit of chill haze perhaps, and you can see very slight carbonation perhaps rising from this. Whew, okay. Right away I get that more the Citra, Mosaic and the Citra. And Talus I'm not familiar with. I wish I knew what it was, but this has got a level of stinkiness, not unwelcome stinkiness, but stinkiness. Very definitely. So the blend of Mosaic and Citra is pretty powerful, and I'm guessing it's because they have the cryo, double shot Mosaic, Citra, and Mosaic cryo, and Citra cryo as well. Yeah, so it's kind of a sort of a formidable, weedy, almost not quite, almost dank sort of nose. Flavors, the Mosaic comes out right away. Very light maltiness. This is basically a hop forward beer. Yeah, very pleasant, sort of hop tingling on the tongue. So flavors sort of move around from a sort of grassy weediness to some fruitiness. And a touch of tropical fruitiness too, I guess. Very pleasant. Very pleasant, and at 4.5%, it just kind of gets under the wire as a session beer, and so you could, you could have a few of these, on a summer day easily. Very light-bodied. Yeah. So if you like Mosaic hops and Citra, definitely Mosaic, you would definitely love this beer. Once again, it's called Natsu no Kimagure 2021, a session IPA from Kyoto Brewing, 4.5% and 19 international bittering units. Give it a go. Go on their website. You can find out a lot more about their beers, and you can order their beers too. They make it very easy. You can order singles. As long as you order in a group of 6, they'll ship it on out to you right away. Their website is very, very easy to use, and I highly recommend just about anything from Kyoto Brewing. Okay, well, we'll look at another one from the same brewery in our next review. Please take care, stay healthy, and see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.